NPA Samkele Maseko has been tracking that story. He was there when the evidence of that alleged corruption was handed over, and he joins us now live. Samkele, so according to Mmusi Maimane, the NPA has had this evidence for over a year. The public protector has also investigated. Do we know yet what the NPA says is their next move?
The NPA is basically saying that they have taken over the Democratic Alliance dossier of alleged malfeasance and corruption against Magashule, the ANC Secretary General, of his wrongdoings in the Free State province whilst he was still the Premier. They've taken that evidence and they will be handing it over to the National Director of Public Prosecutions, Advocate Shamila Patoy. I'm not sure if you can see behind me, my colleague Tebu, who will just show you that the DA leader, Mmusi Maimane, is still here, and we will try and grab him after he is finished what he is doing there to get a response live on air on how the NPA received their dossier. So I think he's actually coming here to speak to us now, Michelle. I'm just going to throw straight to him. Mr. Maimane, how did the NPA receive your dossier, and will this time around, will they investigate the matters which you are putting to them?
What's crucial today is that the National Director of Public Prosecution was willing to engage. She couldn't herself be here, so she sent someone senior from her office to receive the very respective documents that we put on the table. As many of you know, that in fact the work that has happened here in this country is the fact that Friede, as a project, this was when the ANC managed to organize itself, put a farm, loot from citizens, and no prosecution has taken place. We know in Hlasela, where they promised people they would build houses, R1 billion was put on the table, no houses were built. We cannot be living in a country where corruption is allowed to thrive. Corrupt politicians must end up in jail for 15 years. And therefore, I'm happy that the NPA has received the dossier. They are happy to engage. And certainly, I have more confidence in saying there will be an investigation and let the corrupt end up in jail, not in parliament.
This is not the first time you are here. If I'm not mistaken, about two years ago, you were here whilst in the era of Sean Abrahams, the then National Director of Public Prosecutions. What makes you so confident this time around that heads will start to roll and investigations and prosecutions will start happening?
Well, you know, Sean Abrahams needed to be pushed. And we always put pressure on him. We always made sure that when he made rulings that didn't make sense, that we challenged him to prosecute Mr. Zuma. And ultimately, because of that delay, I'm glad that he's gone. Now we've got a new National Director of Public Prosecutions. Of course, there's a need for more budget, there's more, all of that, but I want a strong NPA. I want an NPA that prosecutes without fear or favor. Therefore, I've got confidence. Shamila Patoy is new, and I want to give her the best support so that those who are corrupt end up in jail. And therefore, that's why we're here today to engage. I'm confident that this time around, we will see action. And ultimately, what I want is a South Africa where, as the DA, we've been strong at fighting against corruption. We put a DA government in place that will ensure that there is no adverse pressure that's put on her by a parliamentary caucus consisting of criminals who will now suddenly want to obfuscate and stop the work that she needs to do. I want to come in, we put a government in South Africa that will strengthen the NPA, put an independent directorate of the Scorpions, so that those crooks, some of them are coming back to parliament, end up in jail.
My colleagues Pamandla Koke in KZN yesterday, speaking to Magashule, he responded saying that you as the DA are politicking and he is unfazed, we can bring it on. What's your response to that?
He's unfazed because he's captured his party. He's the leader of his party, and he knows that if they increase their support, he'll come to parliament and they will continue to capture organs of state that will not prosecute him. That's why the citizens need to come out, vote, reduce the ANC so that actually we can prosecute him. If he can speak with such arrogance when you go to Paris and the whole Free State has been stolen, people are drinking dirty water coming out of taps, there's no delivery of basic services, people are hungry in the Free State. When they come there, they have no jobs. You go to a hospital, and he was the premier there. He's emboldened to be arrogant before our people, thinking that he'll never be prosecuted. So long as we are here, we are going to make sure that even beyond these elections, people like Magashule and the allegations that are there are prosecuted, and if convicted, he's going to spend 15 years in jail. That would be my message to him.
I see that you as the Democratic Alliance coming to party politics have brought out your former big guns. Helen Zille is out campaigning, and you've got now Tony Leon, the former DA leader who's campaigning. Seems as if you and ANC have opted for one modus operandi of getting your former leaders to come out and campaign. Is there anything you are fearing by bringing out these two big guns?
The most crucial thing for this election, that every DA voter must come out. Everyone. We have an opportunity now. we can remove corruption forever. It's our biggest opportunity. So I want everybody, Tony Leon, Helen Zille, Solim Simanga, the diversity of our leadership, Patricia Kopal, everybody is fully on the ground making sure every DA voter comes out to vote for change. And even those who may not even have voted for the DA, this is their opportunity to bring change. It's an opportunity for them to say, we can actually see a vision of one South Africa for all, put a job in every home, vote for change. So I want everybody to come out.
The very same Helen Zille who tweeted colonial tweets which opted you to pull her out of the DA campaigning, all party events, you are now bringing her back to campaign for you. It's got smacks of ANC written all over it in what they are doing with former President Jacob Zuma. Seems as if both of you have the same modus operandi.
Premier Zille has not stolen anyone's money, runs the best government in the country. Should she not come and tell the people that? It's a DA government.
Are you endorsing her colonial tweets by that?
I rejected the tweets.
But you have the same person campaigning for you.
Ultimately, she must come and say to the people of South Africa that she runs the best governments, the cleanest governments. That's the DA. That's the DA. It's a DA government. And I'm calling on everybody, from everybody. They must come out in their numbers, come and bring change. Where the DA governments, there's no corruption. Where the DA departments get clean audits. Why are clean audits? Clean audits say money was spent for the people. Show me another ANC government that does the same. They must come out in their numbers. They must come out. The people of South Africa must know that whether it's Zille, whether it's Leon, whether it's whoever, Msimanga, Mazoni, Ghana, all of them are coming out in their numbers. Patricia Kopane, we are going to govern this country. The future of South Africa is under the DA. It's the only party that is going to take one South Africa for all forward.
Thank you very much, Mr. Maimane. That was the Democratic Alliance leader, Mmusi Maimane, saying they're also calling out their big guns to come and campaign for them, saying Ace Magashule is corrupt, and he is brazen in his arrogance when he spoke to our colleague Spamandla Goke yesterday when he said he's unfazed by the Democratic Alliance move to go to the NPA with a dossier of alleged malfeasance and corruption against him.
And that's exactly what they've done this morning, handing over that dossier. Thanks very much for that. Samkela Maseko live to us there from the NPA's headquarters in conversation with the DA leader, Mmusi Maimane.